Hiya, welcome back to the channel. I'll do something exciting today. I want to fix something that's not actually broken. Yes. And I'm going to do that because I've been requested to show how to change this door handle. Like I said, mine actually works low. It's a door handle sensation and it works perfectly. But I'm going to take it off and try to replace it just for, well, for anyone who needs to know really, because I was asked to. So let's get on with that shit. So firstly, from inside the vehicle, I need to take this off without breaking it, and then we've got some screws to take off, and then we'll take this door card off, which I've done before, and as you can see that didn't go too well. But let's take this off, let's take these screws out. We've got a screw here. Got a screw there, and a screw down here. I'm going to remove them and then I will return, like so. So now, this door card, this is easy if you've got electric windows because you have the this shitter to contend with, which we're going to have to take off next. Make sure the window's shut all the way and sort of take a visual reference of where it's pointing, so that when you put it back on, it's pointing in the same way as what you used to. And to take these off, sometimes you just pull them, sometimes you have like a little metal clip that you have to get behind with a little hook and pull out. First I'm just going to try just pulling it, which didn't work. So instead of going and getting some more tools to pull it with, I'm going to try and use the door card as a tool to pull it with. So now we've got this loose, and all these are unclipped. Then we can just carefully pull that out there. Just nice and gently and lovingly. See? And it lands in a good place as well. Now that's the door card sort of removed. Not fully removed, we'll get it fully removed. You shitter. Now that's the door card fully removed. So now, the door handle is behind, somewhere around here, isn't it? It's door handle, yeah, it's around there. Where the fuck's the door handle? Right, so I found the door handle. And funnily enough, it is opposite side of the metal on the door to where it is on the outside of the car. And there is the door handle. So, to remove the door handle, see up here, we've got a little clip there. That is going to unhook in that sort of manner. That should pull out nice and clearly. And we've got two 10mm to undo. And this is pretty sick. You just saw me disconnect the rod from the back of the door handle. I just demonstrated how to do that perfectly. And I got out of the car to go and get a spanner to take the nuts off. And I'll shut the door. Yes. And the passenger side doesn't actually unlock from the outside, so I've got to make my way to the situation that I've got myself into, crawling through the back of this car. There we go, just to be on the safe side, so I can get in when I do it again in about 10 minutes. And now we have retrieved the 10mm spanner that is required. And we've got two nuts to undo. One there, and another one there. So they feel quite loose actually, well, mine do, so I reckon that you can get it with your fingers, if you've got fingers that are small enough to fit in. Not only that actually, it seems like there is a bung bit which you can take out which lines up to it to make it easier. Ta-da! And now, if I've done my calculations correctly, this should just sort of do that. And that is one handle removed from the outside of a C1 and a 107, and I think an Aygo is probably the same as well. So if you've got a broken one, get another one, that's how to take it off, and then to put the other one back in is how I'm going to put this one back in. So pretend it's a new one, and that the original one looks something like this, and then we just fiddle around and put that back into the situation where it came from originally. We get our nuts, and then right, now this bit you might need 2 hands for, because you might need to hold the handle from the outside of the car from falling through. And we'll try it one more time just for entertainment's sake. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna, yeah. I thought I'll do it one more time so I can film it and then put my hand completely in the way all the way through. But it's what you come to expect. Like this one. Like I said, there is an easy method to this by the looks of it. It looks like that rubber grommet thing does seem to line up with this quite nicely. So if you do want to do it easy, just take that rubber grommet out, I reckon, but how boring does that sound? Let's struggle instead. Right, nuts are back on. Back with Spaniel Jackson. Then we just tighten that up. Make sure to torque the nuts up to the correct specification, like so. And don't forget to connect this rod. Let's do this where you can see. So if we move that up so it's facing towards there, and then line that up, and then now that should work again. That's the door handle changed. Now it's just a case of building the shitter back up and putting all this back on. But first let's make sure it actually works. Right, so now it's just a case of putting everything back together in the correct order of what it came apart professionally. So as you can see, the vapor barrier is now repaired to as good as new standard. And then we're going to put our door card back on. So to start with, when you're doing this, make sure you've not lost any of them clips, which it does appear that I have lost one of those clips, so we'll have to find that from the floor, unless it's been lost previously. I'll have a quick look for that and I'll come back. No, I can't find it. It appears that there's a couple missing, and if I could, it'd bother me. I don't really care. So anyway, putting the door card back on, first thing is to put that through there and line these little clips up to the holes which they push into. It seems self-explanatory really. And then once they're lined up, just carefully give it a nudge. Do that all the way around. There's going to be a few. As you can see, the door card is now almost finished. So we'll just put our screws back in. One. Another one. And another one. So the observant among you might see that to take this door card off, it is only a number of one, another one, and another one screws to take it off, and the rest it just pulls off. Everything just pulls off. If you've got electricity windows, like I said, it's easy because you don't have to fuck about with one of them. Putting it back on is easy, but pulling it off sometimes they don't really want to come off. And if you remember, it was pointing up there, so that's where it can stay. Not to forget the pièce de résistance, the colour-coded panel. This is just lovely. There we go. Happy days, look, it's fixed. It wasn't broken, now it's fixed. And that is how to change the door handle on your Bug. Just like to say that I do apologise that it's only a short one. If anyone expecting a bit more this week, but I've not had a chance to do one. I've been really busy at work, and I was ill one day, so I was off work for a day, and that sort of set me back a bit. So I didn't get a chance to do a proper video. But like I said, this one was requested by someone who wanted to do the job, and I just thought, you know, it'd be helpful. Nice, easy video to do on a week where I'm not going to get a chance to do a proper video anyway. So that's all this week, and see you next time.